So, you're looking for a dog trainer here in Mt Airy, Maryland. And it can feel like a lot, right? Don't worry. We're going to cut through all that noise and give you a really clear, local guide to help you pick the perfect pro for you and your dog.
Just picture this for a second. You're walking your dog down Main Street, totally calm. Or maybe you're enjoying a beautiful day on the trails at Piney Run Park, and there's no pulling, no lunging. That's what good training does. It makes all these local experiences just easy and fun. It's really all about building an amazing life together right here in our town.
You know, the best training is the kind that's actually relevant to your life here. It's about getting your dog ready for the real world in Mt Airy. Everything from the hustle and bustle of the farmer's market to just a quiet walk down your own street.
Okay, so what actually makes for a good trainer? It pretty much boils down to two main things: their training philosophy, how they do what they do, and their professional credentials. Let's dig into why both of these are so critical.
You're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement, and there's a very good reason for that. It's the modern, science-backed standard. The whole idea is to teach your dog what you want them to do by rewarding them for it. It's effective, it's humane, and honestly, it builds a way stronger, more trusting relationship.
Now here's something you really need to know. The dog training industry here in Maryland is, well, it's unregulated. That means literally anyone can decide to call themselves a dog trainer. This is exactly why professional certifications are so important. They're your best way of checking if someone actually has the knowledge and ethics to back up their claims.
One of the most common certifications you probably see is the CPDT-KA. That knowledge assess part is the key. It means the trainer had to pass a big, independent exam on things like learning theory, how dogs behave, and how to actually teach people. You can think of it as a solid stamp of approval that they know their stuff.
And you might also run into these other great certifications. A KPA CTP, for example, often means the trainer is really skilled with practical, hands-on training. And if your dog is dealing with more complicated stuff, like serious fear or anxiety, seeing a credential from the IABC or a CBCCKA is a really good sign that they have specialized expertise. Okay, let's talk about what to avoid. This is a big one. Any trainer who suggests using fear, intimidation, or pain to get your dog to listen, that's a major red flag. Those methods are old-fashioned, and frankly, they can make things so much worse, often leading to more anxiety or even aggression.
All right, we've covered philosophy and credentials. Now, let's get into the nuts and bolts. We'll look at the different kinds of training programs you can find and what you should expect to pay for them here in the Mt Airy area.
For the most part, you're looking at two main options: group classes or private sessions. Group classes are awesome for general manners and for teaching your dog to focus when other dogs and people are around. Private sessions, on the other hand, are totally tailored to you. They're perfect for tackling specific issues at home, like barking at the door, or for dogs that might just be too shy or nervous for a group setting. And of course, there's always the budget to think about. So what's professional dog training actually going to cost around here?
Here's a pretty standard look at the costs you can expect. A 6-week puppy class is usually the most affordable way to get started. At the other end of the spectrum, a board and train program is a really significant investment. For a lot of people, an in-home package of a few sessions really hits that sweet spot of personalized help and value.
Just to give you a number to anchor on, a single 1-hour private lesson usually lands somewhere between $100 and $160. This is why you see so many packages offered. They almost always bring that per-session cost down and give you more bang for your buck.
So you've found a trainer or two that you like the sound of. The next step is the consultation, which is basically your chance to interview them. Going into that conversation prepared with the right questions is going to make all the difference. Think of this as your personal checklist for that call. You want to ask point blank about their philosophy and confirm their certifications. Then get specific. Ask how they're going to create a plan just for your dog, how you'll both track progress, and of course, make sure you're totally clear on all the costs and any policies they have.
You know, good training isn't just about what happens inside your house. It's also about making sure you and your dog are great members of the Mt Airy community. So let's touch on the local rules that good training will help you follow. These Frederick County rules are pretty straightforward, and good training helps with all of them. The leash law, for example, makes polite walking an absolutely essential skill, and proper socialization and training can help prevent that nuisance barking. Following the rules is just part of being a great dog owner around town. And now for the fun part, putting all those new skills to use.
Our local parks are basically giant, fantastic training classrooms. You can work on that polite leash walking on the beautiful trails at Pinecliff for Piney Run, and then use the safe, fenced-in space at the Mt Airy Dog Park to really nail that all-important recall command.
At the end of the day, investing in the right training is about so much more than just fixing a few behaviors. It's about building your dog's confidence, which strengthens your bond and allows both of you to get out and happily enjoy everything our Mt Airy community has to offer.